There are plenty of grievances that you hear coming out of Russia against the U.S. So this narrative that comes out of Washington about respecting the rules-based international order, the Russians see as a unilateral imposition of rules that the U.S. and its allies can break when it suits their interests, but expect everyone else to follow. We stand to see how this noble desire to return to multilateral policy on the part of the U.S. Will work. So far, there's not much to say for it. One last thing, Joel mentioned vaccines and the importance of the U.S. for that. Listen, I agree with that completely, but the Health and Human Services just released a report in January of this year in which it noted that it put pressure on the Brazilian government to refuse the Russian Sputnik vaccine. Doesn't sound like a multilateral, policy there.
This is just, we have a term here, it's called gaslighting. It's essentially saying, well, the United States did these bad things, which, by the way, the invasion of Iraq, which I oppose, was sanctioned by the United Nations. And there was on Libya, which again, a very disastrous, a disastrous situation on Libya. Nonetheless, the Arab League voted to ask for assistance in that. So Russia's invasion of Ukraine was not blessed by any multilateral institution. So I think we need to be a little clear on what we're talking about here, where Foreign Minister Lavrov is entitled to complain about the United States all he wants, but he can't misplace the facts about Russia's behavior across Ukraine in particular. And I think that this is sort of a moment. And this is the bigger picture point, though, and we can debate all we want about the particulars. The big moment is that Joe Biden is reasserting the language of American engagement, diplomacy, and democracy, and that is certainly unsettling to many of our competitors.